What's going on, everybody? It's Built by Johnny. Got my alien lights on today, and we're working on a F30 335. This one's just a quick helpful video. So we got this F30 here. I just put a motor in it, and it's just a simple N55 as I'd expect. We got done, and there's a couple differences that threw me off, and I really just was hesitant to hear the car run, so I didn't do it while I was out. Would have been a lot smarter, but doing it now, it's really not too bad. But the issue I'm dealing with is the motor came out of a car with an electronic wastegate. This one has the pneumatic, so what we're having to do is swap everything back to the pneumatic stuff from the new motor, and it's a little bit more involved, and there's no information at all except for Dorch, I think is the brand. They have a quick write-up on it, but not anything in depth like I'd like to give you guys now. So key differences between them is the pneumatic one uses a lot of vacuum lines and PCB system basically to run the turbo. So the main thing that's different, the valve cover does not have this vacuum source like the other one does. Here's the one that I'm putting back on. You can see all this here is that basically reservoir for all that vacuum. But we gotta take this one back off, swap that one over, and then there's a vacuum line that goes here that goes to the vacuum pump. But this vacuum pump is blocked off down there for that vacuum line, so we gotta put this one back on that has that there. And then thinking you can just unbolt that, you pull the vacuum pump off, and it's captured to all of this stuff up here. So this is where we get a little crazy with it. What you want to do is pull your tensioner off, belt of course, take the fan out, and you'll get to this here. And this has a cover that is plastic and metal, so it's a little bit of a pain. So what I did is I drilled a small hole and put a bolt through and kept prying until I pried it off. I got it started and got in here a little bit. Thankfully it didn't ding anything, but I would not recommend that. I would try to just stick to putting a couple bolts in. You got probably about an inch between this and the timing component, so wouldn't be too concerned about catching any of that. But once you get that plate off, you're in here, and I was scared of the chain basically moving, so what I did is I put a pick in between the chain on top of the tensioner, pried it up against the alternator just to hold everything in place. And then you gotta, before you do that, you turn the motor until you can get to the 3 bolts that hold the vacuum pump. They're T30s, so I got access to those, got them loose, and then I did that. And then as I was breaking this T55 loose, I think the torque spec's 55 Newton meters on it. It is really tight, so you're gonna wanna counter hold with this and then break that loose just very carefully. There is a special tool for it. I couldn't find it anywhere, so I just used my brain a little bit. But that's pretty much how you do that. You're gonna pull the intake manifold off, swap the vacuum pump. It should just slide right out after you disconnect all the harnesses and lines to it. So here's the old motor that I used kind of as a test dummy. I did not do this properly coming off of this motor. I knew this was going to scrap, so I didn't really care to damage anything. I just wanted to see what would happen. Don't mind that. But basically these are the T30s behind there, and when you break those loose, those bolt this reservoir, or whatever you want to call it, to the back. So definitely break those T30s loose. Don't separate it like I did. Just to show you guys what happened to this motor. You see this thing had like 220,000 miles on it. Something came loose. It looks like rod bearings may have been on their way out and then spun that rod, and that rod decided to have a dance party and wanted to pop out. But that's basically it. As far as this goes, I'm just gonna do a quick video when I get done and then show you guys what I got. All right, so here's the vacuum pump removed. Like I said, I had to swap over my high pressure fuel pump holder, whatever you call this thing, but that vacuum source is now swapped over onto this one. And if you are swapping over your high pressure fuel pump, if you're doing this kind of work, you probably already know this, but there's a cam in here that the high pressure fuel pump rolls on. So you want to take that out. You can use a magnet. Sometimes you can slide it out with your finger, but you want to swap that over. It just drops directly in. It's pinned, so let's see, it only goes one way. So now I'm ready to bolt this all back in. It's ready to go, and then I'll update you guys on how it runs. A lot of trial and error here, but we got it torqued. Everything's in, and the vacuum pump swap is ready to go. The hardest part really was torquing this thing. Used a pick, pushed up on that tensioner there, and released some of the tension on the chain, and then slowly with my torque wrench tightened it. If you have two people, definitely recommend it, but if not, you can do it. I did it, but it was pretty sketchy. I wouldn't say sketchy, just scary. But it's in, everything looks good. So now I can pull this out, almost like a crank pin. This is the pick I used. You can probably use many different ones, but that just was easiest for me. So now we're gonna put the new cover on, and everything will be good to go. And make sure you get this cover before you do this job. You definitely need it. Very small chance that you are gonna save it, so definitely get that so you're not stuck. Just gonna put it back together, swap this valve cover on. Here's the part number for the front cover, and here's the special tool. There's my camera. Here's a special tool to install it. Just like a block of wood. Just a block of wood, smack it, it'll go in just fine. But that's pretty much it. Everything's in. Start it up. Running smooth. So go drive it, see how it does. She's definitely pulling. Alright, so as you guys saw, everything went smoothly. Car drove great, built boost, did everything it needed to do. So we'll just keep driving this one a little bit, make sure everything else is good, and we'll send it back to the customer. So thank you guys for watching this video. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.